Hey, it's Leona. How you doing? Happy Wednesday. I hope you're well and good. How's it going? Come on in the room. Come on in. We're going to have a lovely, relaxing time today. We got all the good, colourful, beautiful paintings coming right at you. I'm going to be doing another autumnal painting, but one with a bit of a difference, and I will explain all. I hope you like the one that I finished last week. This one was kind of like an imaginative, just turning autumn kind of painting, and this is the one that I did previously, which was based on a famous painting. So we're keeping the autumnal theme going because I just love autumn so much. I hope you do too. It's such a great excuse to get into painting. So if you've never tried painting before, or you've done some painting but it's been a long while, this is the season to grab your paints, and I hope that I can inspire you to get creative. That is my main top number one priority. I can't wait. Looks like an amazing piece of art. Thank you, Alex. How's it going? Oh my God, Halo, right at the beginning. Look at you. Pow, pow, pow. She's in the room. Hi, how are you? You're right. Nice to see you. Right at the beginning. Let's do this. So, so I'm going to do another autumnal painting today, but it's going to be one with a little bit of a difference because obviously, like I said, this one previously was an interpretation of a famous painting. This one was a completely imaginative, kind of magical, sort of kind of enchanted forest. And this one is going to be different. Now, this one is, again, an imaginative painting, but this one's kind of coming based off a really happy place of mine. So there's this particular spot that I love to sit at my allotment, which is underneath an oak tree that hangs over. And the other day I was sitting there and the sunlight was coming through, and it was just such a moment. You know when you get those gorgeous sunlit autumnal moments? It was one of those moments. I took a quick photograph, and the painting is going to kind of be inspired by the photograph. It's still imaginative. It's not like hyperrealism or anything like that. It's a way to bring painting to you in a very easy way. So today I'm going to be focusing on like leaves and branches. I did a little bit of that last week, but I thought it'd be really nice to kind of continue that theme, because sometimes it can look a bit tricky when you're doing like leaves and branches and stuff. You can think like, oh my God, like what is happening? Do I need to paint every single leaf? Like what is happening? So I'm here to give you some little tips and tricks on what you can do. And also, which is hugely exciting, as you may or may not know, all of these projects I've been doing on the live streams will be available as online classes really soon as part of Artist Resource members. Now I'm going to be releasing Artist Resource members in the next couple of weeks, and I am so excited about it. I've been working on it for months, not for 4 months, but 4 months. And I can't wait to share it with you. So if you're interested in that, please do sign up to the newsletter and you'll be the first to know. That's artistresource.co.uk/newsletter. For your information, I've been teaching art for the past 12 years and I just love teaching it so much. I think art is just such a perfect activity to get into, to help you connect to yourself, to help you express yourself, to help you lower your heart rate, to get lost in like a magical world that you can come to time and time again, and it will always be there waiting for you. It's like a little escape, do you know what I mean? But it kind of does more than be there for you just to escape. It's kind of there for you to help you grow and develop and feel comfortable and confident and expressed and all the good, gorgeous stuff. So if you're interested in that, please do subscribe to the newsletter. And just while we're here, I might as well say, please do subscribe if you'd like to on this channel. That'd be great. You get notifications whenever I go live, which is every Wednesday. And also you can subscribe or like or join up to any of my socials, which is Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and they're all at Artist Resource. So I'm very, very excited as usual. I'm very excited about multiple things. I'm very excited about Artist Resource members, and I'm very excited about doing this painting today. So why don't we like get to it? Do you know what I mean? Why don't we get to it? Rad, yay! So as usual, this is the main view that we will go to for most of the stream. You can just like carry on chatting with me, and I would love you to. That's why I'm here, and why I've switched the camera on. I'm in the bottom left hand corner there. This is the main kind of like scene that you will see for most of the time, and then whenever someone comes in or wherever we're having a really good chat about something, I'm going to go back to this camera and we can have a good old chit chat. And also a new introduction to the stream as from last week is that I shall be reading you, get excited right now, I should be reading you a little tiny piece of this book every week at the end of the stream. This is called The Secret Lies of Colour by Cassius and Claire. It's such a good book. If you look at the spine, can you see it's got all different colours, and then basically you can pick out a colour, and whatever colour you get to, there's like little kind of historical facts about the colours, and not just historical actually, but also contemporary little facts about things. So we can choose a colour, and then I can like read you a couple of things about it, and it's just a really nice little thing at the end of the stream. So I hope you look forward to that as well, and we'll see what colour comes out. We'll see. I'm going to be using a few colours today, so we'll see which one kind of like comes out and which one sort of ends up being the one for this stream, right? So tell me how you are, tell me what you've been working on and all that jazz. All right, I'd love to hear, I'd love to know what you've been up to. So yeah, so as I said, this is a kind of imaginative painting. This is the photograph that it is based on, which I took last week. And as you can see, there's like all these overhanging branches. It's not the clearest of photographs actually. It looks much better when it's like digital. But there's all these kind of like overhanging branches. There's sunlight coming through here. And then you can't quite see it, but there's like a little shed here. And then there's a grapevine here, which I'm not going to do. But then here there's a bunch of fig trees. So what I'm going to do is kind of have these fig trees sort of coming out. And then I'm going to have this shed, and I'm going to have all these branches. But instead of doing it just green with a little bit of yellow, I'm going full on multicolours. Because you know me, I love a good colourful painting. And one way to help you to get really immersed and inspired with painting is using colour. Now obviously this one here was mostly greens, right? We explored a lot of greens last week. This one is kind of all the primaries and all the secondaries and everything. I love exploring colour, and I think because I did this one last week, I now want to go back to full on colour like this one. It's time. It's time to go full on colour. So here's a little sketch that I did. Oh, thank you, Halo. So here's a little sketch. So I was like basically looking at this, and I was thinking, how am I going to interpret this? Like, how am I going to give it my own flair, my own creative, kind of like artistic, personal representation of it? And I was like, right, I want the sun to be like kind of expanding out. I want to have all these branches coming down, and I want to have loads and loads of colour. And then I was like, I'm going to do fig trees here. And then I was like, oh, this is actually a bit too uniform. So I thought instead I'll do like a few trees at the bottom and put that little shed in, because that's kind of like just gives it another thing to look at. I didn't want it to be too symmetrical. Like, I do like symmetry in painting, but I think if you have something in there, something else that kind of draws you in, it's kind of fun. But really this painting is all really about the overhanging trees. I'm going to work on a page of my colouring book while I watch. Awesome. Yeah. Grab a cup of tea. Grab whatever you're doing. Grab what you're making. Write down something inspirational. Chill out. Relax. This is what this stream is all about. Oh, yeah. And the music's by Zach. So relax and let me know as well if you can't hear it, and I'll put it up a bit. But I hope you get all the nice, relaxing vibes. So I'm just going to put that down there in front of me. So on the Facebook, So sometimes I do a Facebook lives on weekends. So if you're interested in that, do come over at Artist Resource. And I did the background and I had a little chat about that. So I'm not going to talk too much about that today, but basically I've gone for quite a bright sort of summery background. Even though this is autumn with the leaves, I've kind of got a bit bright blue sky. As you can see, right, it's a bit bright blue sky, but that is my ideal. So that's what I wanted to put in this painting. Happy Wednesday, I'm here. Hi Alex, how's it going? How are you? Welcome. So I've put the background in, and then I've just kind of sketched across all those things. So everything I just talked to you about, we've got the branches hanging down here. I'm gonna just put it in a little bit darker so you can see it. And then I've got the shed in the corner there, and I've got my trees there. I haven't done too much, but I want to just show you like where I'm kind of planning everything to go. And the good thing about this Artist Resource members that I was talking to you about is in there I will go through everything in huge detail. So here, this is just kind of like a glimpse into what's going on, but over there it's going to be like all the details, everything you need to know, step by step, real time, beautiful happiness, getting into it. So I'm having these branches overhanging, and I'm also not too fussed if I don't do it exactly like I've drawn it. Like I said, this is kind of like it's a bit more intuitive, this one. We're just going to kind of see how it goes, but I've definitely planned out all the sections of the branches hanging, and then I'm going to know where I'm going to put each colour, right? Alicia, how you doing? Happy Wednesday, how's it going? And Alex as well, yay! Welcome, how are you? How's it going? What are you working on right now? I hope you're well. Let's get into it. Hold on, actually, before that, go have a cup of tea. I got my rooibos again today. It is no milk. Alright, so first things first is we've got to work out with the branches, right? We've got to work out the branches. Now, there's two ways of doing this. What I could do, so today's stream, by the way, for those just joining, this is going to be very branch forward. It's a branch forward kind of stream. We're going to be talking about branches and leaves for a lot of this stream, all right? Casey, hi honey, I'm sorry I'm late. Oh, don't worry, I'm here for an hour and a half, so you can pop in whenever time you like. Lovely to see you. Welcome. I hope you're doing good. Yeah, let's get started. You're actually perfect timing, because I always have a little chit chat for the first 10 minutes. So what I want to do with this, like I said, is I'm having all these kind of like branches hanging over, and then I'm going to be having kind of clusters of leaves within it. Now obviously with autumn, the leaves are falling off the trees and they kind of start getting a bit sparse, but I don't want to do that. I want everything looking like proper lush and like loads of colour, and that there's loads of leaves still on the tree, right? Contrary to the one that we did last week here, where all the leaves are kind of starting to fall. This one is like inspired by autumn in colour, but again I think it's just the beginning of autumn again, because I don't want to draw like bare trees, bare branches. I want there to be loads of stuff happening, loads of colour and all that. I actually did paint a really quick sketch, which I'll show you right now, to give you an idea of how it's going to come out. Now, it's not going to come out exactly like this, but this is kind of a little idea to show you. So can you see here where you've got these branches and they're going to have all these different colours coming down? So this is this is a good tip, guys. If you have an idea for something and you're not sure how it's all going to come out, you want to just paint yourself a sketch. You can sketch with paint. Sketching isn't just for drawing. You can sketch with paint and be like, I need to test this out. I need to kind of get what I had in my mind onto paper. And that's really, really useful, because obviously you don't want to go ahead and like do loads and loads of work and then you put something on, you're like, well, actually I'm not really pleased with that. It didn't really look the way I wanted it to look. It's really good to have a little test. So do a sketch but with paint. Top tip number 1. Does anyone here remember when we used to have the little top tip that would flash? Top tip, top tip. Does anyone remember that? All right. Okay, so now there's really 2 ways you could do this. You could paint on the branches first and then put all the leaves on, or you could just put the leaves on and then do the branches. I'm going to do that one because I kind of want to put the branches on a little bit sporadically afterwards, but either one is going to get the effect that I want, because what I want to do is get into the colour. Like, I want to get into colour, guys. Let's do it. Yeah, I remember. Alex remembers. Amazing, amazing. All right, so I'm going to start off with green because I want to get all that in first, because I definitely want some green. You know, it's leaves, I want some green, and then after that I'm going to go in and get all the colour happening, right? So let's see. So let me know how you are. Let me know how your week's been so far. Let me know. Alright. Actually, I think I'm even going to use a little bit more yellow. Let's get super bright. Actually, where's my other blue? I've got this other blue as well, so I might try that. So yeah, like I said, in the Artist Resource members, there is going to be every single little piece of information about all the paintings that I've done so far, and so much more. So much more. I cannot wait to show it to you. I cannot wait to be like, guys, it's launched, it's released, you can get to it. That moment is nearly here, but that moment is not here quite yet. Yeah, I want to go for a bit of a brighter green. This is making me happy. This is good. Now I've got to try and remember which paintbrush I use, because I also really like that brush. So what I might do is have a little test and just have a little check. Now, how does this one come out? Hold on. Actually, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I also want to get a darker one, so I want to have 2, and I'll talk about the light a bit in a second as well. So let's mix up a bit of a darker green, not too dark, but I want to have a lighter green and a darker green. And I'm going to do something similar to what I did last week, and this is a really, really good little technique to practice at home. So if you're like, I just want to do something but I'm not quite sure, but I just want to painting leaves expressively like I'm just about to do is super fun, right? Especially when you feel like there's no pressure and you can just kind of go for it, right? So this is a good little practice for like brush skills and stuff. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with the dark. I just don't know whether that's a bit too dark. Right, yeah, let's start off with the dark. Right, phone glitches, but I'm back. Welcome back. Lovely to have you. So what I'm going to do, as you can see, we've got all these clusters of branches, and then round about each section of branch I'm going to be creating kind of like a cluster of leaves. And what I'm going to be doing is making sure that the darks are on this side, very similar actually to the other one. I'm going to be keeping the darks on here, and then I'm going to be keeping the lights more to the centre, because obviously that's where the sun is, right? Obviously. You said do. Did I? You do. It's funny when you're chatting and you're like thinking, and then you're talking about what you're doing, you have other thoughts. So then like you're like, oh, okay, then I've got to think about that as well. It's very interesting, painting and live streaming. Should I message Angela? Yeah, she actually did. It was so funny. She actually messaged about it earlier, put a post on Facebook about this stream earlier, and then she did the same thing like she did last week, and then she's just gone. So yeah, that'd be cool. All right, so let's get to it, Leona. Right, So like I said, around the branches, so we're going to go kind of like little sort of commas. I'm going to make like a little group. I don't want to do too much. Now the thing with this, if you've got to get the, no, not if, you've got to get the balance right. That's fine, Alex, that's fine, you do what you got to do. Thank you for saying that it's legendary. I'll see you in a little while. I'll be here, we'll all be here. We'll be here, so come back. Yeah, so I'm going to keep like these kind of little, almost like commas, but I want to make sure that they're all going that way, because I'm going to use the other green and go the other way with the lighter green. You'll see what I mean in a minute. So I'm just going to focus on making like a kind of these little clumps, of green, little clumps of green. Now this one, because this is angled that way, I'm going to do this way a little bit, and then here. So just kind of like little clusters, and probably less is more at first, because obviously you can go back in and add more, but you can't take it away, right? You can't take it away. So I don't think I'm gonna do any darker green there, because it's so light here. I don't think that would be naturally what would be happening. So let's keep going. I'm gonna make this a bit wider up here. So as you can see, I'm keeping with that kind of comma style, like a sort of backwards C. It's all about the branches today. It's all about branches and leaves. So can you see why I didn't do the branches first? I've left the branches till afterwards. Actually, can I get a bit more light on that? Let's get a bit brighter. So yeah, I left the branches till later. Well, actually what I do want to do is add a few little tiny ones. So using the very tip of my brush, I'm just going to do like a few little tiny ones. Just a few different sizes helps. This is going to fill up like super quickly. I feel like that one needs to be wider. I feel like this needs to be wider. Yeah. All right. Let's go to the lighter green. Get a little bit of water on this. And then we're going to do a similar thing, but we are going to go the other way. So we're going to go the other way. So I just said the same thing twice. I said we're just going to go the other way. So we're just going to go the other way because that's what's going to happen. what I meant to say was we're just going to go the other way because this is like the other side of the leaf almost. And it's the lighter side. There is some more explanation. You have to stay tuned for the explanation. I'm making it a little bit lighter. I think this is a touch too dark. So again, we're filling that all in. That's looking nice. I'm going to start bringing these greens down here a little bit because this is lighter and brighter. There can be more of them. also leaving gaps for other colours. Now here I'm going to go both sides with that. Ooh, so it's coming on already. You messaged Angeli, did you? This is going to be like a running joke, right? The running joke with Angeli. Angeli. She needs a reminder. I do try and put so many reminders. Like every single one of my social medias has a reminder today about the stream. Every single one. Sometimes I guess there can never be too many reminders, right? Do you know what song I've got in my head? And I can't sing it out loud because of copyright reasons. But Party Man by Prince. Such a good song, right? Have you got any songs in your mind right now? Oh, I just love that song. Can't sing it though. Very annoying, that is. I can't just burst into song. I do like having a little sing song when I'm painting. So yeah, just building it up basically. Keeping on looking about the composition. Actually, incidentally, on Artist Resource members, there will be lots of information about composition. I mean, there'll be lots of information about everything, all in bite-sized, easy chunks for you to delve into and get all the information you need. So many projects. There's going to be so much stuff happening over there. Ooh, I'm loving this one that's coming over there. That's so nice. I'm also wondering whether or not this could just come down just a little bit more. Now, interestingly, what you get when you kind of look at, now obviously this was taken, this photograph was taken. I did also film it, incidentally. But this was obviously when the leaves are starting to get more bare on the trees. You can see a lot of the branches coming through, and I don't really want that. I want it to be like full up colour sensation, right? So like I said, this is inspired by autumn, but really it's kind of like a bit of a fiesta of colour, because that's what's happening. I feel like there could be one more in there. Hanging down, hanging down. Yeah. And then you'd get like kind of little glimmers. It's not like uniform. When you look up at trees, really good thing to do actually is on your next walk when you're going out and about, and pretty much everyone's walking around now, right? More than we ever have done. Have a look up at the trees. And have a look at the way the light comes through them, and the way there's like bigger leaves, smaller leaves, closer leaves, further away leaves. So much happening up there. I mean, so far, I'm really liking it. So I think let's just get maybe just a bit more yellow, I think, on this. I think I'm going to get like just a bit more of a lemony yellow. I want to brighten it up just a tad, and then we're going to go for some warm colours. So let's just get this happening. Might just go over some of them just to get a bit of more brightness happening there. Ooh, yeah. Don't you just love getting submersed in the colour? Like seriously. Can't think of anything better than that right now. Just in these times, it's like a rescue. You know what I mean? Rescue yourself with art. Do you feel a bit rescued with art for sure? So how's it going, Katie? Have you got your paints out? Or are you doing something else? And if you're doing something else, you gotta let me know what that is as well. Ooh, bit of brightness in our lives. Let's get that yellow over there so we don't waste it. So cute. It could even almost come down a little bit further. Shall we do it a little bit further? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this a bit of a tint now of yellow, because yellow can often be quite transparent in acrylic. So if you want like a nice deep colour, you either got to do a couple of layers or get some white in there. That's another top tip that I'm just giving away. Giving away those top tips. I think I need a bit more yellow. I think I need a bit more yellow. And I also think actually I need a bit more of this yellow, because that yellow is in the sun. So a different yellow is going to help. Yeah, something a bit more like that. Yeah. Alright, let's try that. Let's give this a go. So, ooh. So what I'll do is I'll probably do a little bit of yellow here and there, and then bring it back a bit later as well, because I want to do some on the top when it's dried a bit more. And the great thing about acrylic paints is obviously it dries like super quick. That's looking cute. So trying to keep with the same story. So obviously wherever I've got some like super light greens, then I'm gonna put in a bit more yellow, right? So I need a bit more on this side. Starting to build it up now. And get quite a bit more in here. Trying to widen it out a bit as well, get that real lusciousness happening. We want lusciousness, right? I'm going to go in, let's go for red. Let's go for red. Let's brighten this up. Now I'm going to go, I'm slightly knocking out the red a little bit just with what I had on my brush. But I want this to be like powerful. I don't want this to be subtle. I want to just get in there, so I'm not going to hold back with red. Now you have to be careful with red a lot, because it can do exactly that, and sometimes you just don't need that. But if you need that little pop of colour, then red is your friend. I am going to get in there with the red. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you with me? Alright, so Now, because I'm going to use orange as well, red is going to be like the darker hue. So similar to the darker hue of green that I used, I'm going to be using red as the darker hue. So I'm going to keep it to these sides, so the very far left and right, and then a bit in here and not so much in here, right? So we keep that similar to last week with the forest. We just keep it all pulling into the center, right? Looks amazing, so beautiful. Thank you, Alicia. Thank you, Halo. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. So, boom. Building it up nice and slowly, nice and calmly. Put my palette right on the edge there so you can just about see it. So we keep a little bit in here. And then we start to fill it out. So there's going to be less and less blues. I want to get some more depth happening here. There needs to be more leaves. So can you see how I've kind of slightly hung out around my lines? Remember I had a line going here, so I've made a clump here. I've had another line coming down here, so I'm trying to keep this clump happening here. Then again here, there's another one going down. So I'm just clumping around and using that same movement, right? It starts to look really fun when you get that red in. Now obviously you can use whatever colours you like. You don't have to use exactly what colours I'm using. And then here is where I'm going to start doing less and less red. So just maybe a few little speckles. You want red helps you to like follow your eye around. So if you use, let me say that in a better way. So if you use red, you want to use red to keep your eye moving around the painting, right? That's what it's really, really helpful for. Because it's so strong, it's going to be like your eye's going to immediately go to it, right? So that's why you have to be really careful with it. Right, I'm going to chunk my way around here now. And obviously I want the person's eye to be going over there as well. And then not so much around here, just a little bit. I think that might be enough. I think that's pretty good. I think maybe just one little one in there, just a snaky one. Yeah. All right, to orange we go. I think I'm gonna start using a little bit of different card here. Let's pick that up. Let's get some orange happening. I think this is where it's going to really start coming together. I'm actually going to do two oranges, so I'm going to do a darker one here and then I'm going to do a lighter one as well. And you can just keep on layering and layering and layering with as many colours as you want for this. Right, so we're going to come around and kind of meet the red so that this dark orange is kind of pairing off with the red a little bit, but on the other side. So I'm kind of looking and trying to find where I can see the red and then putting that orange in kind of to meet it. And adding more. And adding a bit more as well. It's happening. Oh yeah, it's happening. Let's get a little bit in there. Little cheeky bit in there. And it's just a question of like looking at the pressure of your brush as well, because you wanna have some variety with that. So you can use different size brushes, but I did a little test with different size brushes and I didn't like it as much. So, and it's also easier if you just got one brush, right? Then you don't have to worry about, oh my god, I need another brush. You don't. You can just take it easy with one, right? Okay, so here, I haven't done much around here. So I'm going to take this as the darker colour and fill that out a bit. I feel like I need some over here as well. Give this a bit more fullness. Yeah. This works really, really well as well with like really thick acrylics. So if you've got like really expensive acrylics, which I don't, but this is a great one to do a real textured painting. Ooh, do you know what I mean about fullness? So it's like, it really is kind of like a little bit summer, a little bit autumn, but I'm cool with that. I am cool with that. I'm gonna go over some of these oranges just to make them get a bit more bright here, because some of them I've put over the green. Hanging out, and then just maybe a bit more up here. Yeah. All right, let's mix up a lighter orange. And I'm also going to get a tissue because I just got yellow all over my thumb, as you do. As you do. So let me know what you're working on. Halo's working on a colouring book. Let me know what you got going on. I'd love to know. Alright, let's rock this slightly lighter orange here. I feel like I should bring this in a bit more. Maybe if I turn it down. There you go. Looking nice. All right. So lighter. This one's going to be obviously a bit more on the lighter side. I tell you what I'm going to do actually. I'm going to add a bit of white to it. It looks amazing. I love the colours. They really pop out. Thank you. Thank you so much. How's your art going, sweetie? All right. I'm going to make a quick tint of this because I think this is going to... Oh my God, that's like... Oh my God, this is like my favourite colour. This is my favourite colour right here, right now. Oh my God. Look at that. Gorge. Gorgeous. Right, I might get a bit carried away with this now. Time to get carried away. Okay. So, again, this is a slightly lighter colour. So, I'm keeping it on the side where the light is coming from. Unless it's next to a yellow, in which case it's going to go behind it. But otherwise, I'm going to get this one a bit wider actually. That feels like it should be a bit fuller. I mean, this is a colour lover's paradise right here. Like, get it going on. Right? And I'm not going to stop. It's not finished once I've done all these things as well. I've got another little technique to do over the top. I've got to go. Be back in a few minutes. All right, my love. Okay, so keeping on. This one's going to be on this side because we've got a bit more yellow over there. Or a bit of both, actually. Bit of both, bit of both. Bit of both. Oh, it's so lush. Oh, the lusciousness. So this one I'm kind of doing a bit on both sides, to be honest. Now, let's have a look, let's have a look. So, what I think it needs is some more colour. Loving this. It's looking classically beautiful. Thank you, sweetie. Who would have thought I could be a bit classy? Getting all them classy vibes happening. How's your colouring book going? All right. Yeah, I need some bigger ones up here. Just need here. I also feel like it could do the bit more around here. I'm gonna get some pink in there as well. Like, as if there isn't enough, I want to get some pink in here. But yeah. Yeah. I'm liking it, liking it, liking it. I might do one more tint, like a bit of a lighter, even lighter orange there. Just gonna clean my brush. I feel like a little bit more of a tint would work really nicely. Just a little bit. Ooh, ah. Right. Just and definitely on the sides. just like kind of like a little, just a little light glimmer on those oranges. Do you know what I mean? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, so we're going to do some more yellow, we're going to do some pink, and then what we're going to do is kind of a little bit inspired by the painting that is not on the wall but a few streams ago. I'm going to add some kind of little squiggles to it. So you're going to have to stay tuned for that. But because it's an oak tree, I want to give the impression of the oak leaves. So obviously, like at the moment, I've been using like just the strokes of the brush to represent the leaves. But I want to just change the shape a little bit, because if you look at the actual picture, I think you can just about see, or maybe I'll do it on the other one. You can just about see that each leaf has got like a, what's the word, curvy sort of scalloped edge like oak leaves do, right? And I want to represent that somehow, but I don't have to represent that by painting every single one with like a scalloped edge. That would be insane and take forever. And we are, well, I am teaching you little beginners techniques. So that is a really perfect beginner's technique. And just an expressive technique. It's not even really necessarily beginners, it's just a way of expressing yourself with paint, right? And that's what we're here for. That is what we're here for. So let's get some pink. Now, I want a really pop-in pink. So I have got Process Magenta. I'm going full out. I'm not mixing a pink. I'm using a purchased pink because I want to go full on popping. I mostly have cheap acrylics, so if I want to paint with texture, I just mix them into some float medium, paste, or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Oh my god, there's so many things you can use to mix it and make it thicker. For sure. Yeah. Of course. The thing is you don't want to like have to spend a lot of money on things generally, right? There's always a good way of like doing something economically, and that's what we're interested in, right? Okay, so let's get some of this magenta. Ooh. Now, I did say I was going to probably use it from the tube. However, I do feel it's going to need a little bit of white. It's a hunch. I feel like just a little bit of white is going to help it out. That's too much white. Just a little bit of white. Because it can be transparent, like I said, especially cheap acrylics. These aren't the cheapest acrylics, but like cheap acrylics will always be a bit more transparent than more expensive ones. So you got to be aware of that as you're layering them up and stuff like that. But this is getting there. I'm going to dab it off. Right. Now, the question is, where is the pink going to go? Because there is already so much and I could already completely leave it and be happy with it. But I'm like, no. There needs to be a bit of pink in some places. So again, this is going to be, I'm going to treat this very similar to the red. So it's going to be used sparingly. And I'm going to cluster it with the reds and the oranges, right? Then I'm going to do a slightly lighter one and cluster that with the more yellows. So let's go for it. let's go for it. Yeah, I'm going to partner it with the red like I did with the orange. Oh, that's probably a bit big for that part, but never mind. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. The many noises. You know what I should do? I should cut together some of these streams and just do it with the little noises that I make and stuff. I'll be like, oh my god. Oh, ooh, yeah. It'll be like a compilation of me going, oh my god, etc. Feel free to send me the time codes. Right, let's get some in here. So I'm also using this pink to kind of start filling it out more, because it still feels like it's not full enough. Partner with the red. Don't want to do too much down here. Little speckles. Fill out fun times. That's what we're doing here. Fill out fun times. Yes, this is happening. This is the kind of garden I'm looking for. Right, and if I can't get all these colours in real life, then I'm going to paint them. Right, and the process of painting them just makes you feel so good, because you feel like you're in it. You feel like you're in it. Yeah. It's so pretty. Let's see if I can get that. I need that light there, look, and then you can see all the way over there. Ooh. Oh, it's looking so cute. So cute. Alright, let's get a bit of a lighter pink happening. It's not too light. Not a massive fan of like baby pink. Answers on a postcard. Which pink do you prefer? Do you prefer a magenta pink, or do you prefer a baby soft pink? So cute. So what I'm doing now is kind of like filling it a little bit, like just filling the gaps. Just looking if there's like a little bit of blue. I don't mind the blue peeking through because that's realistic. But like I said, I don't want it to look too sparse. Like I'm not going for sparseness here. I'm going for rich, full vibrantness. Rich, full vibrantness? That's what's happening. I mean, I'm liking it. I think it's time just to put some yellow on and then we'll go and kind of like squiggle it out. It feels like a celebration, you know? I feel like to some level all the paintings I do are a celebration of colour, because that is just the feeling, right? That is the feeling we're going for. Right, I'm going to put some more yellow on, as I said I was going to do. Do I need any of these? Feel like lemon yellow? Let's see how we do. Let's see. And then maybe just tint that. I've still got a bit of pink on the brush. Maybe we tint it up a little bit. Are you feeling calm? Are you feeling relaxed? So I've gone quite light there. I think it might be too light. Maybe we just bring a touch of that in. Just warm it up a tiny bit. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Alright. So, highlights. Let's highlight this up. How are we doing? How are we getting on? Highlights. A little bit over there. I think we're nearly done. It's feeling nice and full. What do we need? What do we need? Maybe we just need a bit of like kind of a winey red, like a burgundy. Let's see. I feel like we need like one kind of deeper colour to go with it. Have I got? Let's see. I need a tiny bit of that blue in there. Just need a little bit. Can you see that? It's a bit of a deeper red, like a brick red. Yeah, something like that, just for another deep variation. And obviously you see this colour so much in autumn, so I want to be referencing autumn right now. Alright, so let's get some deep ones in here and there. Yeah, this is exactly what it needed. going around looking for all the kind of like darks, all the dark greens, just to kind of like parallel it with it. You look so beautiful. You're so lovely, sweet pea. Thank you so much. It's getting there. It is getting there. I mean, it's looking better than I'd hoped. And almost like the little squiggly additions, I'm like, do I even need it anymore? But I am going to put them in because that was the plan. But yeah, definitely needed this brick red for that autumnal reference. Or am I hanging my head over all the way over there? Bit in there. So now I'm just looking about like filling it all out and just kind of making sure that as my eye's scanning over it, you can see that, you know, it's all the word that it's all happening. Oh my! Only 8 messages have come on this since 40 minutes ago. I think we need more cheering up and more chatting. Well, Alex, you're the person to do it. Go for it. A lovely piece of art you've done. Thank you, sweetie. It's coming on. It's coming on. Well, we've got lots of busy people today. Busy people in the chat who are doing things as they're watching, which is good. I like that. I want people to be inspired so they're like actually picking up stuff and doing it along the way, right? That's what this stream is good for. You can use it in multiple ways. You can sit and watch and kick back, or you can have it on while you're doing stuff as well and get inspired and use it as your creative time. But that is looking really nice. Maybe just one more really, really light yellow, just as a few more highlights. Yes. Still keeping on the same brush. I don't want to change the brush. It's very tempting for smaller bits to change the brush, but I want to have that kind of integrity of the same brush with this. Oh, I've got too much pink on it still. Whoops. Art with Anne, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Happy Wednesday. How are you? I hope you're well and good. Looks great so far. Thank you so much. We're going summer and autumn vibes in one painting. That is what is happening. Right, I just want to add just the tiniest bit. Like I said, I'm not using another size brush. I just think it's really good to show you what you can achieve with one brush. Don't even worry about it. Don't think, oh my god, I've got to reach for this and that and the other. We're all about making it easy. And it's all about the pressure. So if you apply less pressure, you can get a smaller stroke. And if you apply more pressure, you can get a larger stroke, which is therefore adding to your skills of being an artist. Right, so I'm just adding a few bits. Oh, I really like it. Oh, I really like it. Oh, I'm really tempted not to do the squiggles now. Right, we're going to do the branches. We're going to put some branches in because obviously you would be seeing some branches through this, right? You don't just see, as with the photograph, that, like I said before, there's lots of branches happening. but I am having it fuller than that because I don't want it to be like, oh no, the trees are getting bare. So I'm going to just put a few branches in. So I'm going to mix up a nice deep dark brown. Where am I going to do that? Should I do that on a new one? By the way, how did you do that colour, Sun? Oh, well, I did it on the Facebook Live and I did it on Sunday and it was done with sponges. The colour, Sun, looks so bright. Yeah, I mean, I spent a good hour, maybe about an hour and a quarter on the background to kind of like brighten it up, and then I left it to dry and went back to it. So yeah, I wanted to have a different kind of feeling to this so that it wouldn't just be all the same brush stroke. Do you remember in another video I was saying if you just keep doing the same brush stroke, it can make your paintings look a bit boring? You need to have like multiple things going on. Finlay, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. How are you? Welcome, welcome. We're doing another autumnal inspired painting. This one, incidentally, is inspired by the allotment. I took this photograph and now I'm doing my own kind of creative interpretation of this photograph. Incidentally, you can see it's got a lot more colour. A lot more colour. It is all happening. Alright, let's get some brown. I'm going to change my brush now because I want to do some thin brush strokes. So we're going to I'm going to pick a bit of everything that I've kind of used, and so I don't waste it. I hate wasting paint. And pick up a bit of yellow from, well, that's going to be a bit, it's got a bit of white in that. I don't know whether, yeah, it's already had a bit of white in it. I didn't want white in it. Alright, I messed that up. Alright, let's do it again. Let's do it again. I knew I didn't want to add white to it, and then I added white to it. Let's take this one. Let's take the ultramarine. So you don't want to add white too soon. Messes it all up. I'm gonna have to use it from the tube. I'm gonna have to use it from the tube now. It's all happening. So let's get a really, really nice brown. We need some yellow. Let's get some yellow. Do 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 do. Half the fun of painting is mixing the colours. Let's just be honest. You know what I mean? Get some red back in there, warm it back up again. And we're starting to get there now. Or maybe that was a bit keen with the red, but alright, I think I went a little bit darker than that. So I'm going to add some more blue again. Not adding black. 2 more days till half term. Boop boop. Oh yeah, there you go. Who would have thought you'd be saying that after everything that's happened this year, hey? But right on. Let's get a bit more. I think that's good. I'm going to try that out and see. Now, I'm going to whack some branches in. No, I'm not going to whack them in. I'm going to do it very nicely and slowly and carefully. Now, what you could do is you could draw them back in if you're like, I don't know where my branches went, but I can still see where, I can't see the pencil, but I know where I did them. I can see because I kept these groupings together, so I know that it's happening around there. But I don't just want to obviously put a branch going all the way over the top. I want to have just like a bit of staggered branches. So I'm going to, oh, now I wonder if I need to do a darker brown. It's gonna have to be a little bit darker. It's gonna have to be darker. It's too light. It's too light. We may have to add some black. Possibly. Maybe, because otherwise we're just going to go down the green road. Well, actually, maybe that'll be fine. That should be fine. I don't want to add black. I think it's really important not to just go and add black where you can. I can't believe you have 7.52 subscribers. You're doing so well compared to me. I have 9 subscribers in 2 weeks. Well done, you. True, yeah. I've had an assessment fortnight in these final 2 weeks, and I'm still not done. Still got a few more. There is so many things to do exam-wise at school. I don't know what happened in the years that I grew into an adult, but now it seems like children across the land seem to be doing more and more exams than ever before. It's almost like you're constantly in exams. I don't get it. Why so many? It used to be just you do your GCSEs and that's it. Crazy. It's crazy. Actually, what is it like in America for kids and exams and stuff? Do they get a lot of exams? Because in the UK, we seem to be very fond of exams. Joy! Happy Wednesday, Joy! How are you? Welcome, welcome. How have you been? Thank you for also joining my Instagram live just before I went on here. I also always, every week, also go onto Instagram live really quickly to go, hey, I'm going live on YouTube. Come over. How you doing? You having a good week? How have you been? Oh, incidentally, by the way, if you ever wonder why my eyes dart down there, that's where the comments are. So if my eyes look down there, I'm just reading comments. So yeah, so getting the branches in here, and like I said, just do it. Now you're going to see it a bit clearly because we're a bit in the shadow there and we get closer to the light over here, so you'll be able to see a bit clearly in a minute. But yeah, I'm just kind of gently putting in the branches, but not, you know, the whole way. This is the reason why I didn't do it at the start, because you can, but I just kind of think it's pointless. But you can if you wanted to, but I just think you might as well just pop a little bit in. How are you? I'm really good, thank you. I'm enjoying the blissful music by Zach. I'm enjoying doing this painting, which is coming out of my imagination / from my happy place. So it's all good. I'm doing colour. I have to finish off my English and start my dance, music, PE and another subject. Alicia also has a lot of tests. It's looking pretty fly, boo. Thank you so much. Each month we have 7 super important tests and then 5 other kinds of important tests. I already shared some of my art in your group. I hope you like it. I can't wait to see it, Joy. Incidentally, thank you for reminding me. If you would like to join, I do have a Facebook group. It's facebook.com/groups/creative inspiration group. So if you're on Facebook a lot and you want to get loads of inspirational posts from all over the globe, basically the criteria for posting in the group is it's got to make you say wow. It can be visual art, dance, music, loads of different mediums, loads of different creative things. If you're interested in that, go to facebook.com/groups/creative inspiration group. It's a group that I run on Facebook, and Joy is there, and so is Halo. Per month, blimey, that is a lot. And then in January we have 12 important tests and none not important tests. Wow. I only have it termly tests. Okay, so you're in California. Wow, so you have, wow, that's a lot, right? Yeah, Halo's working and lurking. She's working and lurking. Wow, it does amaze me. As you all know, I'm 41. And when I was at school, when I was in primary school, we had no tests. There were no tests at all. And now obviously you have SATs, SATs in the UK. And in secondary school, we just had GCSEs, and we started the GCSEs in year 10, and then did the GCSEs, all the proper tests in year 11. So, I mean, it seems like it's just got harder, right? Right, I've got to do this. Let's do it. So I'm just putting some branches in. As you know, I drew them earlier. I just want them to kind of be poking out a little bit. Not much. Not much branch, just a little bit. Could do one going behind there. I'm kind of using the darker colours as a guide as well for this. But as I said, I don't want there to be too much. And now over here, I mean, it's looking fun, it's looking playful, which I'm happy about. I'm total of about 12, okay. I'm okay, good. Okay is better than bad. So let's take that. Let's take that and run with the okay. There were lots of fires where I live, but now they're all gone. Oh, really? Yeah, how is it over there? Yeah, they all finished. God, that went on for a long time, this one, didn't it? Your painting looks amazing. You're so lovely. Thank you for your lovely comments. It's lovely to have you here, sweetie. And everyone. It's always nice when I get some new people come in. Along with the lovely regulars. A lovely little community of creative people. Didn't we do one on this one? I'm just thinking maybe it'd be nice if one that doesn't have any branch. I just realised I mixed up so much brown, like all that. I got so carried away in enjoying mixing up the colour, I realised actually I really don't even need all that. Never mind. Where are we going to do one going over here? So as I said, you could do the branches first, or you can do them at last. It just depends how much branch you want to see. If you want to see loads of branches, then you want to do the branch first. If you don't want to see many branches like me, don't do the branches until the end. I wanted it to be more leaves, less branches. Leaf forward. It's leaf forward right here. Year 2 primary mini sats. Year 6 primary sats. Wow, year 2. Year 7, cats. Year 9, choices. Year 11, GCSE. Yeah, year 9 choices, actually. We had that. Yeah. Year 13, A-levels, of course. In between, we have assessments, both mini and recapping what we've done recently. Really lovely art. Thank you, Alex. The fires were there for a long time, caused by thunderstorms. Luckily, my house wasn't burnt down. That's very, very wonderful that didn't happen to you. But my cousin's was. Oh no, sweet pea. Sending you all the love. That's awful. They're at your home now. Everyone who hated the weather today, say aye. Aye. It's been horrible in the UK. It's been rainy and gross today and dark. Is it nice and warm where you are, Alicia? Looks so beautiful. Thank you so much. Yeah, we needed some brightening up in the UK for sure. It was very, very grimy for most people in the UK today. All right. There is one more thing I want to do on these lovely branches hanging down, and that will be the final thing for today's stream. And next week I'll be doing all this bottom section. So as you saw from here, if you were here at the beginning, this was my little sketch that I did previously to kind of work out what I was doing. I'm going to kind of do some fig trees at the bottom, but also I'm going to put in my little hut there in the corner. So that's going to look really cute. So that's going to all be next week. And also I'm going to do a bit of a kind of a landscape at the bottom with some greens and some sort of bushes and stuff. All from my imagination. In England, it's been raining nearly all day. Very windy and lots of puddles. Yeah. Oh, I don't like the rain. Ironically, you guys need it though, right? Lots of muddy puddles. I can't even lie. Where we are, it was thundering. Was it? Amazing painting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So it's going to be kind of like light greens at the bottom here. You can just about see the pencil marks. Light greens, dark greens. This is going to be dark brown. Very similar to this, which makes me think I should paint it in now because I've got the colour. But I'm not going to. And then these are going to be very lime green, coral pink, very light, gorgeous representation of fig trees. Because, as I said, from here, from the photo from real life, you can see there's a few fig trees here. I love fig trees. I got a few fig trees. My neighbours on the allotment have got fig trees. It's fig tree happiness. So I'm going to put those in at the bottom. So yeah, so let's do this. So I am going to mix a really dark green now and do some little squiggles. So did you notice on my sketch there are these kind of little squiggles happening? That is what I'm going to add, and that symbolises the oak leaf. Because obviously they're not looking like anything like oak leaves right now, and I want to give a little nod to the fact that they are actually oak leaves. So I'm going to be doing these little squiggles. Ooh, and that's it for today. So let's get a nice dark green. Shall I just do it in this one that I had earlier? Or should I do it in a fresh? Let's do it in a fresh one. Let's do it in a fresh one. So we got a bit there, but maybe we'll get fresh. Right, let's get rid of that. Oh, quick tea, quick tea. All right. It's the final countdown. Doodle-doo. Doodle-doo-doo. I can't sing that either. Stop, guys. You got to remind me to stop singing. It's your duty as watchers of this stream to stop me from singing. Right. Again, I've put out far too much paint. I don't know why I keep doing that tonight. Keep using far too much paint, wasting it, but never mind. Luckily, I've got some 500ml bottles of paint all ready to go, so I don't have to worry, but still, we shouldn't waste paint. Alright, super dark green. I'm going to go for super dark green, but there might be instances where a light green might be nice. So maybe it's actually a good thing that I did use all that paint, because maybe we might do that as well. Let's see how it goes. I've planned for a dark one, but let us see how it all rolls. Okay, so it's squiggle time. Yeah, see, actually on my thing I did it all different colours, so let's see, we might add some more colours here. Everyone makes suggestions of what the paint palette cardboard looks like. It's my tradition. You have to go with Finley's tradition now. What does this look like to you? This is palette number 1. This is palette number 1. This is palette number 2. And this is palette number 3. Well, this looks interesting, this shape. Okay, suggestions. Alright, I am going to rock this out now. So I'm thinking dark on one side, carrying on what I've done. Dark on one side and then lighter on the other, because what you'll notice when you look up, you always see the outside edges of leaves, so it's kind of important to get this in if you want to keep a bit of realism, and I do want to keep just a little bit of realism. Just for fun. Squiggle it out, squiggle it out. Palette 3, like half yellow, half red banana. Half yellow, half red banana. Oh yeah, there, yeah. This bit I was thinking looks like a person. This is like a hedge, and the person's trying to get through the hedge. That's what it looks like to me. To the other side where some other stuff's happening, they're like, maybe that's a car, and they're like, I've got to get through the hedge to get to the car. One looks like a face to me, with these being the eyes. Maybe. One looks like a face to me. Oh, palette 1 looks like a fat fan on the side. Now that's not very nice, but I guess it's just being observational, right? Anything for this one? This one just doesn't look... Everything looks quite uniform on that one, doesn't it? Alright, squiggles. Squiggles, squiggles. So outside edge. I'm trying to look at the outside edge, because that is what I'm wanting to change just a little bit. I could put a little dark in there just to mix it up a little bit. Let's have some little ones in there. Yes. Oh, I'm loving it. It's really good to like your own artwork. Some people get a little bit addicted to kind of sort of just, you know, saying that they're not doing that well. But I think it's good to tell yourself you're doing well. At least tell yourself you're having a good go at something. You know, give yourself good, positive thoughts. Beneficial thoughts, I'm gonna say, instead of positive, because sometimes the word positive is a bit cheesy. So I'm going to say beneficial. Give yourself some beneficial thoughts. Give yourself the gift of beneficial thoughts. All right, let's do this light one here. And we'll see how that goes, and then we'll see if we need to add another colour or not. But I do think kind of a nice light one is going to look good. But also not too much. You see that one, you're not going to see at all there. I mean, I'm giving you the top tips. I've got to say, there's been a lot of tips today. A lot of top tips coming at you for today's stream. A lot of top tips. Oh yeah. Is it done? I think it might be done. So can you see that those little squiggles have just given the impression of the oak leaves without having to do every single leaf with scalloped edges, which is kind of like the magic about this project, really. Like I said at the beginning, I wanted to give you like another kind of way of doing this, because last week we talked a little bit about doing the branches, but I didn't really chat too much about it, so I thought let's do another one similar. I'm just wondering, maybe one super light tinted green. I think that's going to be it, because I think if I add another colour it's going to change it too much. So let's just get a little bit of a tint happening. And that will be it for the day. I'm so excited. Oh, I can't sing that either. Stop singing. I play golf, but I haven't played for 6 months now. Because of the pandemic, my parents think it's not safe. Oh no, it's almost like the perfect social distancing activity. Getting outside, you don't have to be close to people. That's kind of, I think that's almost like the perfect thing, but then I guess it depends what they're like at the clubs and stuff, right? The golf clubs. The painting is so beautiful, so bright, yeah. We gotta have it all bright and happening. Got to brighten up our lives. This is what we're here for. Let's do it. Yeah, just a little bit of this really light green. So this is not, you're not going to see this hugely, but it's going to give it the depth that I'm looking for. Right? Giving it the depth that I'm looking for. Yeah, you can see that one because it's right next to that. Nice. Nice next to that white. Not the white, well, it's not white, is it? Tint of lemon. Yeah. Let's do a bit more over there. I think it's done. Are we done? Are we done? I almost feel like it could be a little... No, don't do any more. Stop. Stop right there. Before you do too much, there is more than enough happening in that part of the artwork. Here we go, here we go. Let me go back up. Oh, I've missed loads of comments. Oh, look at you guys chatting away. Tell Zach, me and Lachlan say hi. I will do. I will do. No, who does, Alicia? Who does? Nobody. I don't think they will, Finley. I don't think they're going to. I had a really good look into it, and I don't think they're going to. It doesn't seem like they are. I really hope not. We have online school for the rest of the year. The school said that for sure, really. Still going in now, but they're getting stricter at times because we have to wear a mask for a couple of minutes longer until you sit down. Oh, I'm so sorry you have to do that. It sucks. It really does suck. I'm really sorry you have to do that. But sometimes the teachers don't care, really. Anyway, I hope you've had a nice, lovely, relaxing time. Yay! I hope you've had a really nice, relaxing time. As you know, this is a safe, lovely space for you guys to come and relax and not have to think about all the things that are going on in the world. We can just have a nice time being in colour and just appreciating all the beautiful things. And one thing to really, really appreciate, as you guys all do, is nature. Nature is always there, ever changing, ever growing, full of inspiration, full of beauty everywhere you look. And yeah, I hope this stream has made you feel good today, because that is my intention, to bring you happiness. Yeah, I'm sure. My God, I would love to go to New York. I had a dream about going to New York. I want to go there so bad. It's supposed to be quite similar to London, but obviously much more built up. But I would love to go too. We will go there. We will go there. Don't you worry. So I hope you've really enjoyed the stream. Thank you so much for joining. Please remember to subscribe if you're not already. Please like the video. If you can, when the video is over, go back and just leave a little comment saying that was fun or something like that. That really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Please do follow me on your favourite social if that is not YouTube and you prefer another one. We've got Facebook. Sometimes I go on Facebook Lives on the weekends. Instagram, I always go do a quick Instagram live before I come here every Wednesday. Twitter, all I really do on Twitter is just say the stream's coming up. But if you like Twitter, go there, all of them at Artist Resource. Please do sign up to the newsletter, artistresource.co.uk/newsletter. I'm about to launch Artist Resource Members, which is a whole beautiful thing I'm about to offer you guys, which I've been working on for the past few months. I'm so excited to tell you all about it, and I really, really, really hope that you come along and be a member with me. So if you're interested in that and you want to hear more about it, sign up to the newsletter and you'll be the first to know. But obviously I'm going to be talking about it every stream and telling you all the beautiful things I've got lined up for you. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the stream. Next Wednesday I'm going to be finishing this painting, so I will be doing all the bottom section. So oh, now that I've put it up there as well, looking fab. I'm going to be doing all this bottom section next week, so I'll be finishing that off. And I hope you have a lovely week. Stay creative. Remember, I've got so many videos on this channel that you can have a look at, past paintings. There's loads of craft projects. There's loads of like ones you can follow along with. There's loads of stuff on this channel. So if you want to have a look at that, please do. If you want to stay in the happy space, do that. And yeah, just look after yourselves, look after each other. Oh, the painting is amazing. Thank you, Alex. I'm really pleased with it. I'm really pleased. I do like doing these imaginative ones just as much as I like doing interpretations of famous paintings. both of them is good to do. Both of them is a good way are good ways to express yourself and train yourself to become better and better at painting, which is my wish for everyone who watches this stream, to want to get into creativity and explore it and express your own beautiful self. So yeah, the painting is so beautiful. Thank you, Alicia. Bye, I'll see you next week. Have a lovely, lovely week, everyone. Thank you everyone for joining. It was lovely to see you all. I'll see you next week. Bye. Bye for now. Bye, bye, bye. Bye, goodbye.